Someone asked me recently, am I ever going to play Kurtzpel again? Am I ever going to make content on it? Am I ever going to cover the game? And that answer is a flat no. I will never cover the game. I already left the official Discord. I left other Discords that were related specifically to Kurtzpel, and I've also uninstalled the game. Now you're probably wondering, holy shit, was that update that bad? Yes, it was probably the worst update I've ever been a part of when it came to any video game that I've ever played. So basically, Kurtzpel on January 15th decided to perform a backflip. However, instead of landing on their feet, they landed on their head, which obviously resulted in a brain injury because they fell so fucking hard, to the point where they thought making an update like this for Kurtzpel was the smartest thing they could come up with. How do you lose majority of your OG players, your most dedicated players, in the matter of 3 days? Oh wait, I know. By fucking every single person over that has ever played your game, and on top of that, basically lying to your entire community and changing the game in the matter of 1 day.
They played us like a damn fiddle!
So what did they do that was so bad? Well, basically everything. First off, 2019 Kurtzpel, you could change your stats for absolutely free. You could change your character stats, which is no longer a thing now, which isn't that big of a deal, but also your substats, which is basically the stats that go along with your clothing. You were able to change this with CP. CP you got from PvP and playing PvE. It wasn't a super expensive amount, so you basically could change stats freely, basically all day, if you wanted to. Now, 2020 Kurtzpel, you basically have to get something called a magic stone, and you put that in your little slot machine, and you pull the lever, and you cross your fingers that you get what you want. However, 9 times out of 10, you're not gonna get what you want. Obviously, it's a fucking slot machine. Therefore, if you end up getting casting speed on your greatsword, I think you can kind of understand where I'm going with this. Casting speed on a greatsword does literally nothing for you. If you end up getting casting speed for all of your outfit pieces, guess what? You now basically are forced to play staff or any other magical karma. You don't want to play those, but you have no choice. And even on top of that, your greatsword just became non-viable. Now, this is also a game that was trying to create a competitive scene for its player base. They just completely broke that in a matter of 1 day. So just keep that in mind. On top of that, they did have a nice little counterpart to this, is that you can also spend money for a different type of magic stone. This magic stone, instead of making you change all of the stats on your clothing, yeah, the regular free-to-play stone, you have to change everything, not just one, everything. If you pay for a stone, you can change one stat specifically, which also guarantees you to get an uncommon and above instead of getting a common and above. Can you say pay to win? So you can roll for free, hopefully you get something that you want on that free change, and then you can spend money on the one that you didn't want and basically get what you want. And it kind of sucks that that is the case. However, again, you're still playing a slot machine at the end of the day. So if you're slot machining, it's like, oh, well, you're not pay to winning because it's a chance. It's like, no, bitch, I gotta spend money to get that chance. It's like a dick. Also, they took out the fun part of the game and basically forced us into this clusterfuck of 5v5, as well as 3v3s, and all the game modes are basically random. This isn't fun. Why? Mainly due to the fact that if you're playing solo and you're in a 5v5 scenario, you have 4 people, 4 unknown variables that could possibly screw you over and cause you to lose. And we also have the new karma to talk about. This thing is the most spammiest thing you can add to a game. The way they were explaining it, it was going to be a very slow karma. You have to aim and do all this extra shit. Such a skill-based weapon. Yeah, it's kind of bullshit. On top of that, everyone's using it because it's basically free. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that. If you're one of those people who were buying karmas back in the day for $9.99, guess what? Now it's 100 CP. 100 CP. By the way, 100. That's it. Not 1,000, not 2,000, not 3,000, 4,000, 5. No, 100. You know how easy 100 is? Play like 4 games, and you can basically unlock every karma with just 100 CP. So for all those people who spend $9.99 on karmas way back in the day, I apologize that you had to spend $9.99 for karmas that basically people can get for basically free. Oh, by the way, if you're one of those people who did have one of the other karmas and you wanted to just go back to the progression that you possibly had in the past, yeah, no, you got to restart that progression all over again with the all new DP system, which is basically an energy system because it's limited. Yeah, there's a cap on how much you can fucking earn. Yeah, and that's the only way you're gonna be able to unlock skills, by the way. So yeah, you play a whole day, maybe you went a little too hard and you hit the limit. Sorry, you might as well just stop playing because there's no point. But by the way, you can spend $5 and get 500 more DP. So if you want to pay for that, you can. Also, the CP shop is literally a joke. It does have items, but it's not a lot. And even on those items, they're the basic items. They're the items that were kind of like, I could see myself making an outfit with this. But also, I can see myself not making an outfit with this. The counter to that would be, oh, well, why not just use the CP shop supply box? That's gone now. You can't do that. You have to basically swipe money to get a loot box now, and it's the only loot box you're going to be able to get. There's no free loot boxes anymore, guys. So basically, we took loot boxes for granted, I guess, and they just made it worse. Or they made it like every other fucking game that we complain about. Also, the cool clothing isn't really in the KP shop itself. You can't directly buy cool outfit pieces. You're gonna have to rely on the supply box, which is a big downside to the KP shop in the first place. Even on then, you could buy DP, you could buy magic stones through it. It's just a whole pay to win type of thing, and it's just really disgusting to see. A lot of people are still saying, well, Kurtzpel's a fun game. Well, you don't have to spend money. You can just grind it out. Oh, well, I mean, yeah, they may have all their skills maxed out and just have the best skills available, but I can still outplay them. This point of view on things is giving them an excuse to get fucked over by them. And it doesn't really make any sense, at least in my opinion. It's like someone taking a shit on your doorstep and you're just like, it's okay, I have tissue. Like, no, you don't do that. You get pissed off, you get upset, and you stop playing the game. But people are still going to continue playing the game for whatever reason, and I respect that. You know, if you are okay with getting fucked over and you want to continue playing, you do you, man. I actually respect people who play a game that they think is very fun, regardless of what the company's doing to that game. However, it's just kind of weird to do that with Kurtzpel because the game itself just really isn't that good of a game to just stay and play it, at least in my opinion. Like, definitely when we have Blue Protocol possibly on the NA horizon, I would not even give Kurtzpel the time of day. I would just wait for Blue Protocol at this point. Now, before I end this video in any kind of shape or form, I have to address something that I know is going to pop up because I see this in the comment section every time someone says anything about KOG or Kurtzpel. And that comment is, oh, well, KOG's done this in the past with L-Sort and Grand Chase. What did you expect? Obviously they were gonna do this. I've been calling it since day one. I hate when people do this like thing where they're like, oh, I already know it's gonna be this way and I'm right and blah blah blah. Like, shut the fuck up. Sit the fuck down, man. We're all looking for an MMO to play right now. We're all still trying to find that MMO home right now. Some of us play BDO, Final Fantasy, World of Warcraft. These are like some of the top MMOs right now, and everyone sticks to these games. Why? Because that's just their game. They like it, they enjoy it. MMOs are still one of those things where it's different strokes for different folks, and there's not an MMO out there that's just the home for every single player ever. Kurtzpel definitely has its charm. Every person who came to this game, either from a sponsored video or anything, they stated over and over. Anime character, you're able to do some cool ass combos, it's action oriented, super engaging, super crazy, switch in, switch out type of combat. It's fun as fuck to play. However, everything else after that is bullshit and garbage. That's why we're quitting now. That's why some people are just like, fuck this game. You know what I mean? And plus that pay to win aspect shining on top of it, you don't want to play it anymore, clearly. That's why we're not playing. That's why we're done with it. You couldn't have called every single detail that they have pulled today like 7 months ago. You could not have done that because the way the game was progressing and changing, it didn't really seem this way. Alright, so you're not some like sidekick with KOG. Alright, KOG probably fucks people over a lot and you probably just expected it or had this like weird feeling that they would possibly do it. You may have been right. However, you can't blame people for playing it in the first place. We're trying to all find that MMO to call our home, and there isn't the best MMO home yet, unless it's fucking VRSAO. When that comes out, then I'll say we have a flagship MMO that we should all be playing, and if we're not playing it, you're fucking dumb. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, definitely give it a thumbs up. I don't usually do videos like this. I don't know if you guys know that. Yeah, I talk about patch notes and stuff like that, but I never really just go in on a game, and I kind of did that today. I feel weird doing it, because again, I recorded Kurtzpel for so long, but at the same time, I am also one of those people who tell the truth, and I don't want to sit there and make it seem like I still enjoy Kurtzpel, or even continue playing Kurtzpel with a smile on my face, even though I fucking hate it. So that's why I made this video. There's also a couple things I could have added within the video, but it's just no point. I'm not giving Kurtzpel any more time of day. I'm done playing this game. I'm just gonna go try to play other shit, and I'll try to cover the things I try out in order to get you guys somewhat interested in those games possibly. But at the end of the day, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and there's more to come later.